Radio by the grace of God 92.9 FM KGPJ of the beautiful city of Grand Prairie.
Come on in. I mean, know this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to 92.9 FM KGPJ right here in the heart of Grand Prairie, Texas. I'm your host, Pastor Kenny Tennyson, the proud pastor of Pleasant Hill Missionary Baptist Church, 1636 North Masters Drive, Dallas, Texas, 75217. And my co-host, Contessa Childs, here with us today. And we're here to talk about the good old life insurance.
Life insurance.
You know, with all the things that are happening, man, the thing that we really need to know is that there's power in life insurance, man.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be caught without it. It's better to have it a day too soon than an hour too late.
Right.
Because if you don't have it when the Lord calls your name, the family is in trouble.
Right. And without knowing when that day will be, it's never too soon. How soon is too soon?
Absolutely. We never know.
People
are going on to be with the Lord all day, every day.
Absolutely.
All the time. It's not just old people, Contessa.
No, death is inevitable. Yes.
and all ages. And let me tell you, every time I write a policy, I get excited because I know one day I will get to deliver a check.
Right. It's the difference that it makes, though. Life insurance makes such the difference. Life insurance makes such the difference.
Yeah, it really is. It's a whole lot better than a box of chicken.
Yeah. I mean, would you rather me bring chicken or a check? And if I know you would rather a check.
You know, it's something when you go to a wake contestant and you walk in the room and the wife is crying and she's hugging people, or the husband, the widow or the widower is attending to family. But you see the sigh of relief on their face when you walk in.
Right.
When you walk in with that check anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000 or even $1 million.
Right.
And you look them in the face and say, hey, it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be all right.
That's why that's what we're about.
That's why we do what we do.
You know, I'm pleased to know that the majority of the people that I pastor have insurance.
Amen.
I'm pleased to know that there are a lot of people that are business owners now because of me. You know, I do the financial service piece. We got a couple of people that I think that's KW Photography. Is that right?
Shout out to Mimi.
You got the girl with the cam.
That girl with the cam.
Takoria.
Nook,
yeah. Naya's Boutique.
Shout out to Kanaya.
What is Kyla's name? Kyla's business?
Everybody loves Kai Everybody Glam. Kai Glam Jew. Kai
Glam Jew.
First it was Everybody Loves Kai. Now it's Kai Glam Jew.
Really?
So shout out to Kyla and her makeup.
Do logos.
Yep.
Tailor Made, does printing.
Absolutely.
What's May name? What's the name of May company?
May made it.
May made it. Yeah, she makes stuff.
May made it.
Yeah, she makes floor
mats. Three sisters, her, Shalonda and Renee.
Yeah, that's Three Sisters. That's a decorating group, right?
Right. They do parties. Book them for a party or
Cam's cleaning service.
Cam, shout out to Cam and his cleaning service.
What's Tara Chapman? What's Tara's name?
Tara's business is Voila Sweets.
Voila Sweets. I'm telling you, this is all has transpired in the last 3 to 4 years. Then you have, what's the name of the Sheema's company? You remember?
She Cakes and More.
She Cakes and More.
Shout out to Shema and She Cakes and More.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of entrepreneurs at the church.
Yeah, you got what is Regarian?
Ideal Installation.
Ideal Installation. He hang TVs.
Shout out to Regarian, Taliban.
Look at Joy. And 3GE, baby.
3G Essential. She got the oils.
All the oils.
Shout out to Joy and the oils.
And the detox water. You know, all that stuff.
Right.
I'm doing this because this is real. This is all transpired in the last 3 to 4 years, man. Adam got a camera. He does photography too, don't he?
He does.
I forgot his name. But it's so many of them, dog. Don't charge it to my head, not my heart. Aaron got the blessing business. He do anything you need done.
Right.
Move your furniture, clean out your garage, paint your trim. So shout out to him for that.
Absolutely.
Board up your abandoned buildings. You name it, Aaron do it.
That's right.
Yeah, you know.
Blessed hands.
Blessed hands is blessing business.
Blessing business.
You know, it's a blessing business.
Okay.
I'm just taking, you know, you got your own business.
And we are shouting out these businesses because...
we're business owners.
Okay.
And I had a chance to be on the radio station and call them out, so hit us up. They came from
always
us.
Working, always serving, always. Yeah. And a lot of these businesses were started during the pandemic, which means it's never too late to start yours.
Yeah. Come on with it. It's
there. Hey, Tara.
Your cousin got a business. What's the name of your cousin business you just bought that outfit from?
Oh, shout out to my cousin Tara, the Archer Boutique.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you need something nice to wear, she will get you right. So check her out, the Archer Boutique. It's on Facebook and Instagram. It's a lot of businesses. We have a lot of entrepreneurs around the church. A lot of our friends, a lot of people we know. Reggie, what's Reggie?
Phillips Moving Service.
Phillips Moving and Labor. Just a lot of people that are out there doing their thing. So what you understand is that we have a lot of business owners. So business owners equal breadwinners. So if these people were to lose this family member or this person, it will be imperative that their family had life insurance, because when you lose a breadwinner, I don't know if that's where you was going with that. So shout out to the business owners and everybody that have a business. But here's what you understand. When you have a business, your children and your family is dependent on your income.
Right.
So if and when they were to lose you, they will lose your income. Here's what we know about death. You cannot replace the person, but when you have life insurance, you can absolutely. Life insurance is nothing more than income protection. So what we want to do, whether you're a business owner, whether you go to work, we want you to protect your income. And when you protect your income, you're able to pass that down to your children, to your spouse, to the next of kin. They're able to bury you. Now, life insurance is not burial protection, although you will be able to bury your family member. It's for so much more. It's to take care of things. Oh, bless your heart.
Excuse me. I tried to look up.
Tired? You done went by 3 times. We ain't been going nothing but about 10 minutes. Yeah, we want y'all to lift it. Keep Pastor Tennyson lifted. He works so hard. He do so much. He be so tired. Bless his heart. But anywho, business owner, working, grinding.
And all those names.
Breadwinner.
All those names.
All those names.
Are clients of ours.
Clients. And everybody we name, shout out, he just said, is a client of his. So absolutely. So if something were to happen to them, their family will get a check. And y'all don't know what it means to take a family a check. It makes all the difference. You're grieving. We can't change the fact that you lost a family member, but we absolutely can bring you a sense of relief by bringing you a check. Bless your heart. Wow. Oh, it's me. It's because I'm talking, right? Okay.
You know I went out of town this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And driving. I got up at 3:30 to get back in time for church yesterday.
Okay. So the weekend is definitely catching up with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go and catch up when I get home.
Yeah.
And just go and sleep.
Go on, get up under the bed.
Was sleepy on my way, but you can't pass up this opportunity to share.
No.
You just can't. And listen, people. And 87% of people in Dallas don't have life insurance.
Say that again.
87% of the people in Dallas.
87% of the people
does not have life insurance.
Have no life insurance.
And here's why we're talking about this, because most people don't understand one of the best kept secrets in America is the life insurance license.
Okay.
When you have your life insurance license, you're able to turn around and serve all the people you know, love, and care about.
Right.
And the team that we're building, we're looking for hungry, aggressive people.
Always.
That have a burning desire to make sure their family and their community is okay.
Always looking for people to join the team.
And want to create some income and maybe even create a career change if the money was good enough. So hit us up. You can hit me up at 214-335-6784, or you can hit Contessa up at 214-881-0074. Or better yet, if we can give you a quote on life insurance, text Kenan, Kennon, or Contessa, Kontessa, to 33777. And ask you a few questions, put the information in, and we will take care of you.
Absolutely. We would love to serve you and your family, give you a free quote, and help get you covered.
Part of the reason we're talking about tonight, when I did go out this weekend to homecoming, celebrated 31 years in the baddest fraternity on this side of glory,
right.
Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, the Mac and Pack and Never Lacking, Eta Gamma chapter of A5A, on the hill, Prairie View.
Okay.
We got this thing rocking. Ice, baby.
Too cold.
Too cold, too cold.
That's what's up.
Ice, baby, that black and old gold. It ain't just gold, it's black and old gold.
Black and old gold. Okay.
There's a new gold and old gold.
Okay.
Shout out to the brothers, my line brothers. We just went and sat around and fellowshipped and caught up, man. And one of the things that, when you sit around and talk to people, Contessa, this comes up.
Absolutely.
You really want to make sure your house is in order, This is not
house is in order.
Your house is in order, man. You got enough coverage. A couple of my frat brothers hosted us, man. Beautiful homes and nice amenities and features, and just glad to know that they're covered. Gonna call them back to make sure they get some of my coverage. Just to make sure they're okay, man. But at the end of the day, you gotta make sure you're covered. We play the song "I'm Covered."
Right.
I'm covered.
We play that for a reason, by the way.
What's Jordan? What you doing?
Choice.
What you doing?
Choice.
That's mine. It's going in and out.
Oh, I thought I.
Oh, that's yours.
Oh.
Choice. Joy Bass. Bass. What is it? Bass? Bass? What is it known as? Bass, right?
Bass.
Joy Bass, better known as Choice. We play that song since I've heard it. I'm covered. That's a big deal.
Very much so a big deal.
I mean, we play the song. He's talking about Jesus.
There's two ways to be covered.
You can be covered spiritually, and you can be covered insurance-wise.
Make sure you know Jesus as your Savior.
Amen.
And make sure you have life insurance.
With us.
Covered.
Amen. You covered.
And those are two ways to guarantee that you are covered.
And you know what's the trip?
Insurance and assurance.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
And you know what's the trip? Most people have insurance on their phone. Most people have insurance on their cars. But 87% of the people don't have insurance on their life.
On themselves.
You can replace a car, you can replace a home, you can replace a phone, but you can't replace you.
As my boy said, right. What's more important than you? What's more amazing than you? What's more important than you? Nothing
On
you
this earth,
own
nothing.
is more important than the life that you live. Because once that's over, the car you own, the phone you own, the house you own, all those things. Because what is income, though? What do we do? Think about the nature of insurance in general. On a car, on a phone, it's for protection. Insurance is for protection.
Yes, it is.
And so if you want your family protected, I would encourage you to get life insurance.
Ooh, Joy made a perfect point, a good point. Good looking out, Joy. She said you have good insurance on your house and your car, and you get the bare minimum on life insurance.
Absolutely.
Ain't that something?
Absolutely.
Girl, you must be in our head today. I'm gonna tell you, I got insurance. When I got my insurance, I had a whole life insurance policy. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute.
I was gonna say, and maybe we should talk about some of the reasons why people don't have insurance, or what are some of the myths about life insurance. Why people think they can't get it. And I know one of the big ones is most people think it's not affordable.
Right.
And it absolutely is.
It is
affordable. I mean, like, what, a bag of chips and a soda a day?
I know. I got.
Here's what I know: the cheaper you are, the younger you are, the cheaper it is.
Yeah.
Of course, the older you are, the sicker you are, the more expensive it is. That's just how life insurance go, because you have to understand that when they decide to cover you, they are taking a risk. So they are saying, we cover you and insure you, but we are taking a chance that you might die tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But it also may take 10 years. But when you look at the investment for the money spent versus what you will receive in return, it's absolutely worth it. Life insurance is an investment.
It is.
It's an investment.
It is.
And so what is it worth to you? Most of us won't invest in life insurance because most of us don't invest in anything.
See, I took out life insurance. You did that for your daughter. When my daughter turned 18 and went to started doing her thing, deciding what she wanted to do, I increased her insurance to $250,000.
Okay.
It was $32 a month. $30 a month. So 30 times 12 is $360. Times 10 is $3,600. Times another 10 is $3,600. That's $7,200, right? Times another 10. Let's just say I spent $15,000. She lived 40 years.
Okay.
40, 50 years.
Okay.
$15,000 to $20,000.
Okay. That will be your investment.
$15,000 to $20,000 over a 40 to 50 year term, and she passes away.
Okay.
That's $500,000 that the family will receive.
Okay.
$15,000 to $20,000.
Okay.
For $500,000 worth of insurance.
Right.
So I spent $20,000
to get
$500,000. Y'all, we don't even understand the power of life insurance, because you get that kind of money at one time. The foundation of your financial house.
Right, the foundation
is life insurance. You can save money.
house.
you can get out of debt, but if you don't have no insurance, your house will crumble.
Right.
So we tell you your foundation is not just life insurance, but it's also a money market account.
Right. So we buy term and invest the difference.
So you have a savings and a policy.
Right.
Two things is one to lay the foundation for your house.
All right.
Then when you put your walls up, that's your debt. Then when you build a rooftop, that's your investments in retirement. So literally what happens is once you lay the foundation with life insurance,
Okay.
You start getting out of debt. You start putting money away for retirement.
Right.
And you start living the dream, and your house will stand forever.
Okay.
Because we have a solid foundation, y'all.
Right.
That's how the wealthy got wealthy. You know, the Rockefellers and all those kind of people, man.
Legacy.
They literally took out millions of dollars worth of policies. I mean, we studied
The Kennedys.
all those wealthy families take out a lot of insurance. Okay, daddy died at 70, okay?
Right.
Hypothetical situation. This is what they come up with. Well, I'm 40, so for 30 years, I got 30 years to be 70, right?
Right.
So I'm going to take out $10 million on me.
Right.
Who cares what it costs? I'm going to take out $10 million, okay? I pass away at 65, whatever.
Right.
Then $10 million goes into the trust.
Right.
So if I got $10 million that go into the trust,
Right.
and I live off 8% of it, that's $800,000 a year, Contessa. Well,
Right.
and it never touches the principal because the principal going from 10 to 12%.
Right.
So it's actually still growing.
Right.
So now I get all my kids covered.
Right. Grandkids.
I put millions of dollars on them, so when one die, that's more money going into the trust,
Right.
which means the Tennyson family will live forever.
Right.
The generational curse has been broken. We're now living the American dream. We're doing what we want to. How we want to do it. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Why? Because we did things different.
Right.
You know, they come to our neighborhoods and they offer us whole life insurance policies.
Come on, talk about it. Let's teach.
But why do we have whole life insurance? Because that's what grandmama and them had.
Right.
And when you go back and understand something, because I do have my license, we had to study, Contessa.
We did.
All insurance is term insurance.
All right.
A whole life insurance policy is a policy, a term insurance that they put on you, and they put a cash value attached to it to make the premiums go up.
Okay.
They gonna call it whole life to you, but to the insurance company, they buying insurance in blocks.
Right.
The more coverage
In
you
bulk.
buy in bulk, the more you buy in bulk, the cheaper it is, Nisha. So what the insurance company do, I'm gonna give you $50,000 of life insurance,
Right.
And we're gonna start a cash value.
Right.
I had that. I had $50,000 on me, $25,000 on Mary, and $10,000 on each one of the kids. Thought I was rocking.
Right.
Paying
Which
$65
most
a
people
month.
do.
Paying $65 a month. But when I started studying the business and understood, for the first 2 years, don't nothing go in that cash accumulation account.
Right.
And it baffles me how people seem to be so smart till they don't know.
But think about our mentality, though. We want something we can borrow from.
Okay, you're right. But what they didn't tell you is you can get your money.
Right.
Why you gotta borrow your own money?
That's a good question. Start right there.
Number one, when you start that accumulation account, for 2 years, no money going there.
Right.
So where's that money going? I'm so glad you asked.
Come on.
It's paying the insurance agent.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2 years, money start going in there. Your premiums don't change. They just start putting money in there. Number two, somebody said number two.
Number two.
Number two, if you want money or need money, you got to borrow it.
Right.
They're only giving you 2 to 3% on the interest on that money in that account
Right.
while you're saving it.
Okay.
But when you borrow it, guess what they want? They charge you 6 to 8% interest on that money.
Right.
Well, why would they charge me 6 to 8%?
Come
To
on.
make up for the money that they're losing for letting you take it out.
Right. For letting you actually borrow your own money.
Your own money. Now watch this, dog. Now let's go. Now here's the kicker. Somebody say kicker.
Kicker.
Number three. Now, okay, number one, it don't go in there for 2 years.
Okay.
Number two, if you need it, you borrow it.
Okay.
Number three, if you die, they keep it.
That's right. If they
Wait.
die, you don't get two. You only
Wait.
get one.
That's
You
called a
don't
rip
get.
off.
You don't get the face amount plus the money in the cash accumulation account. You only get one or the other. And if you borrow money, it's minus the amount that you borrowed. So we have this illusion that you get 2 for 1, and you don't.
So let's say you got $50,000 worth of life insurance policy, right?
Okay.
You got $25,000 cash value.
Okay.
And you borrowed $10,000.
Okay.
Who money is it?
Yours.
Who put it in there?
You did.
You borrowed the $10,000 and you die.
Okay.
The insurance company gonna say, wait a minute.
Right. They're gonna subtract.
They bought $10,000 out their cash accumulation account.
Right.
Who account is it? It's your account. Who put the money in it?
You did.
And they get to keep it. So they promise you 2 things and deliver one. So if you got a $50,000 policy,
okay,
you borrow $10,000,
okay,
and you pass away,
okay,
your family's only gonna get $40,000.
That's right. They're gonna subtract that amount from the face amount that they owe you.
That's called a rip-off.
And that is legal.
And it's legal, and most of the people in our neighborhoods are the ones that have it. Because they don't know what they don't know.
I was trying to see what question Joy asked, but I couldn't.
She made a statement.
Read it.
No, when you owe against that loan, that's deducted from your payout.
Absolutely.
It is. That's what I just it is coming out. So that's what we were taught. That's what grandmama and them had. I've been to tons of funerals helping them prepare.
Term is better than whole life.
Term is the deal, man. All insurance is term insurance.
Term.
All of it.
Yes, it's only for a period of time. Term means you get it for...
You buy a block of time.
A term. 10-year term, 20-year term, 30-year term. I think you go...
We go up to 35.
35 is the most.
We don't come to give you 35 years.
And so here's the idea. The big question that we get with term insurance is, well, if I get term insurance, once that term of time is over, will my premiums go up? Now, the answer is yes. That's just the answer. But the truth is, let's just say, for instance, you had a term for 30 years. In 30 years, you won't need as much life insurance as you did 30 years ago. You won't have as much debt. You won't have as... your kids are grown. You don't have as many bills. And so if you do our system, which is buy term and invest the difference, yes, you can go down to a smaller term or a smaller amount because why? You've been putting money away in a mutual fund, so you've accumulated cash on your own. So where in whole life, they will give you a cash accumulation account. We do a mutual fund where you accumulate your own cash plus have the insurance policy. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Why would you have an insurance company investing your money for you? They are an insurance company.
Say that again, because most people don't know that.
Why would you have an insurance company investing your money for you? They are an insurance company.
That's right.
We're Primerica Financial Services. We can do an insurance policy for you and an investment. You buy 2, you pay for 2. And
you get to.
You get to, and term is cheaper. So the money you're investing for the whole life insurance policy will give you 5 to 10 times more coverage for less money. So if you've already budgeted $100 and we get it for you for $50, then you take that $50 and start your mutual fund, and your budget doesn't change because you've already allocated $100.
Right, and then think about whole life insurance anyway. A lot of people, when you understand face amounts and money, I mean, most of us, whatever your annual salary is yearly, but $10,000 is not a lot of money. For most people, that is the cost of the funeral or the services. $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, believe it or not, is not a lot of money and can be spent rather quickly once you go to paying bills and you go to paying debt and you go to taking care of things. Then
if you do that.
I'm just saying, minus what you do. Most of us, let's just be honest. And I just have to say this out loud because this is, I don't know if it's a culture thing. When you get an insurance check, you didn't just hit the lottery. Most of us tend to think we came up. No, the insurance is for you to take care of the business, take care of the services, pay whatever debt they had, take care of whatever issues they had if you're a child and it's a parent, take care of all their finances if you're a parent and it's a child. If they have grandchildren, you need to be able to keep taking care of these kids, feeding these kids, taking them to school. And so here's what we understand to take care of anybody. It costs money, people. It just does. When somebody passes away, a lot of dynamics change, especially when there are small children involved. The other parent is able to get them other family members. It's amazing, and I'm just going to say this out loud. It's amazing how hard people fight for children just because they come with a check. I'm going to say that again. It's a lot of parents, the father wasn't in their life, the mother wasn't in their life, but when the parent died, they know they're going to get a Social Security check. Oh, by the way, they had life insurance. So, oh yes, I will take that child. Why? Because a check is going to come with them.
Absolutely.
And so, as sad as it is, it's just the truth. It costs to take care of children, and when someone knows that they have a check coming with them, they tend to take care of them different.
Absolutely, and that's the whole purpose of the insurance. So if you got 2 kids, you take Cam and Kyla. If they were young,
Right.
and something happened to them,
Right?
and you got a $500,000 policy, your mama wouldn't have no problem
Nobody would
taking
have
nobody
any
would have
problem.
You know why? Because you can go build a big enough house to
Right.
get them their own room, their own space, and all that kind of stuff.
You can get whatever they need.
Whatever they need. And what you need to do, those of you that are listening, if you will, pull out a piece of paper. If you will, pull out a piece of paper. I want to show you how to figure out how much coverage you need. I mean, just pull out a piece of paper. If you would, if you got the paper, I say I got it. Just text me. Those that are still watching, just say I got it. I want to show you. I want to show you how we're different than other companies, because the number one question is, well, how much coverage do I need?
Right. And most people
don't even know.
Right, most people most of them come in and say, how much do you want to pay? How much do you want your premium to be every month? And here's what I would say, which is true about anything. You usually get what you pay for. So if you, I only pay $10, I only pay $20, $30, you're probably getting that amount of coverage.
Appreciate it, Dale. Now here's what you do. You write down on a sheet of paper, going straight down. Write a D, skip a space. Write an I, skip a space. Write an M, skip a space, and write an E. Okay? That's we call it a dime.
The dime approach.
Debt on the D, right up on the top, debt, DEATH, and death.
Death and debt.
Debt, DEBT, and death, DEATH.
There you go. Debt and death.
Okay. How much is it on death? How much does it cost to pay for a funeral? Put $15,000 down. That's a safe number to put down.
Absolutely it is.
On debt, how much debt do you have? Only you know that.
Right.
Write that down. Not your house note, just cars, credit cards,
Student
loans. Just put debt down.
People you owe, anybody you
owe, put the name down. Just
so
add it
debt
up.
and debt.
Debt and debt. We getting it. We getting them D's.
Debt and debt. How much it costs to bury you,
and how many people you owe. Not including your mortgage.
Right.
Okay. You got that. Then if you marry, you do him and you do her.
Right.
Because that's coming out of one account in both houses. All those come out of one account in the same house. Amen?
Right.
Now, the second one is I. I stands for income.
Okay.
Income. What's your gross monthly income? Okay, it says $5,000. Put 2 zeros behind it.
Right.
So what you're going to need is $500,000 to support your family's lifestyle that you provided with them for $5,000 a month.
Right.
Or whatever you provide, whatever you bring to the table, because most homes are ran on 2 incomes.
That's right.
So we're going to put them 2 incomes in there and rock and roll. Well, you might say, well, my wife don't work. Put about $3,000 a month by her name, because she cooked the clothes, she cooked the food, she washed the clothes, she the nanny, she take the kids to school, she take them to the doctor's appointment, she do hair, she do all that.
She's valuable.
So just because she's a stay-at-home mom does not mean she's not valuable.
Because here's what you would understand: to replace all the things that she does,
it's about $3,000 a month. It costs you about $4,000 a month.
It would absolutely cost.
Okay, so if you put her down for $3,000 a month, add 2 zeros, that's $300,000. So you need $500,000 on you if you're a male making $5,000, and $300,000 on her if she's worth $3,000 a month.
So together y'all need $800,000.
That's just an income.
Right.
M stands for mortgage.
Come on.
If you had to write a check to pay off your mortgage, what would it be? If it's $150,000, $200,000. Well, if you stay in an apartment, take your rent.
I'm gonna say, and if it's
You
not
make $1,000 a month. Times 12, that's $12,000 a year. Times 10 years, that's $120,000. So you need $120,000 just to keep the living going. Ain't that something? And then, Dale, You go down to E, stands for extra in education. If you got
Okay.
grandkids, you want to put some. You want to make sure you can help them go to school there. However many grandkids you got, you want to give them $25,000 a piece. Just put 25,000 times the number of grandkids you got.
Right.
And I'm using you there because you said you had it. You had the pencil and paper. I'm not saying nobody else is not doing it. So add that up. So let's just say you got $15,000 worth of funeral expenses.
Okay.
Another $15,000 worth of debt.
Right.
$500,000 in insurance. That's income protection.
Right.
That's $560,000.
Okay.
And let's say you got $120,000 in income, so that's $780,000. Okay. And let's just say you got 4 kids, grandkids at $25,000 a piece. The $780,000 plus $100,000. You need $880,000 worth of insurance to properly protect your family.
Right. So they will be able to go on as if you were still here.
So if you got $50,000 worth of coverage, some ain't gonna make it.
No,
A whole lot of
you
stuff.
might be okay for a year.
Excuse me.
Might.
So $15,000 to put them away, right? Right. Let's take 10. They cutting costs. At least 40.
Okay.
And you said they make $5,000 a month. So 5 times 8
It's 40.
is 400. It's 40,000.
Right.
So you said a year,
Mm-hmm.
8 months. You said maybe a year, 8 months.
Maybe a year.
If you do that right,
If you do that right.
And
Because
they'll say-
there's other expenses
that come with that.
that come when
There's gonna be some
somebody
retail
passes
therapy.
away.
That's gonna be a new cost. You're gonna need something done. You're gonna do a
Right.
whole lot of stuff. So look at that there. You need your amount that you put on there. How much do you have?
Right. That's the
So if
question.
you need 814,000 there, and you only have 250,000,
Most of us don't have any at all, and those of us that do have
Don't have
life
enough.
insurance, we do not have enough, y'all. We do not have enough.
so you 670,000 short there.
Shout. We shout Texas.
If you
shout
got 200,000, 250 there, you 660,000 shout.
Shout.
So what happens to your family in the event that you die?
They shout.
I got a lot of insurance, and I pay it every month, and it's not even a thought to me. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
I pay what I pay, and you multiply how long I'll be paying for it. It's just a drop in the bucket, Contessa,
Compared to what they will get
compared to
when
the,
you
to the
actually
millions
pass
they would
away.
get. $1 million, over $1 million, what 2-3 million now?
Absolutely.
So who cares what it costs? That's a priority. That's a necessity for me
That's right.
because I'm building something. He said, I'm 600 short. I'm building something for my family.
Right.
So think about, and here's another thing for those of you that are business owners. What's up, Kendra? Ken, those of you that are business owners, you need to take out a policy on each one of your partners.
That's it.
That's
Because if
called
your
key man
business
insurance.
partner dies,
Right. So if you are a key man in the business and you die,
right?
you want that policy paid to the company.
Right.
Say why to the company.
Why?
Because if it's me and Dale, we're business partners, and Dale died, you should be if Dale died.
Right.
I'm gonna have a policy on Dale,
Right.
so that in the event that he passes,
Right.
I'll have cash to buy his fiance, wife, whoever he went out, because I'm not doing business with them.
Right.
So I'll have cash to pay her off and get sole ownership of the company,
Right.
and then have something for the company.
That's what key man insurance is.
I got key man in the church. If you're a pastor, you listening, you need to get key man on yourself. So if you pass away, and you got $1 million worth of coverage on you, if the church decides to do it, they can give $500,000 to you and $500,000 to your spouse. Then guess what? They got $500,000 cash, Contessa, to bring a preacher in that's reputable,
Right.
and keep the ministry going.
That's right. That's right.
See, you want things to be better when you leave.
That's right.
If I die today, God forbid, the church and everybody associated with me, life will be better.
Amen.
But it's also better while I'm here. We're building it while we're here. So it's called really understanding, putting things in order as far as your family.
That's
They
it.
didn't teach us this, y'all. in
They
our
did
community.
not. They did not.
We
teach
don't
it.
know
They
this,
are
Aaron.
not teaching
We're
it.
not teaching it. We'd rather ride around in a car instead of have enough coverage.
Exactly.
And the car you driving got don't have enough coverage on it.
And here's what I will say. A lot of you probably thinking, oh, that's a lot, 800,000, $1 million. But it's like you do anything else, y'all. Start somewhere. Start at 25, start at 50, start at 75, 100,000, 250,000. Me, when we started this, I think we started at 250. I think I got 250 on me, 250 on my husband, 25 on each one of my kids. And over the years, it increases. And as your premiums go up, so does your face amount. We have what we call a IBR with Primerica. It's an increase in benefit rider. Every year, your face amount goes up 10%. Your premium goes up a couple of dollars, but so does your face amount. And so over time,
without asking any medical
questions,
once you've been approved.
And so again, y'all, there are just things that we do not know. And here's the truth: you don't know what you don't know, because guess what? You don't know.
And then, if it's too expensive for you, get you a license, create you some part-time income.
Yeah.
And start with making sure you have enough coverage. I'm over $1 million personally. I don't care. It costs. I think we cost maybe $400 a month. I don't care.
Well, my point is start somewhere.
Oh yeah,
even
I
if
started.
you can't get what you need,
start
somewhere.
Absolutely, I started low, but I know when I realized what I needed, how can I make more money?
Right, which is most of our problem, by the way.
So I went and got me a license.
Most of us don't have a spending problem. Most of us have an income problem, and that's just facts. We just simply need to make some more money. We should all have multiple streams of income, but that's a whole nother show.
I went and faxed the policy, acceptance letter. It was COD. The monthly premium on it is $216 a month, right?
Right.
It was one of my agents. She made about $1,500 on it. That one policy.
Okay.
I made about $3,000 on it.
Okay.
One. Just one policy.
Right.
They gave me 70% up front. They give me $750 up front, and tack the rest of it on during the year. But think about this: she made $350 starting up. I made $750. We were there 15 minutes, y'all. So whatever your premium is, if you can serve 1 or 2 clients a week,
that's right.
1 or 2 clients a month.
Right.
To pay your insurance, to lay your foundation for your family.
And here's what you know: when if you knew how bad the epidemic was, you would try to serve any and everybody you could. Because here's the truth, y'all: people are dying. People are dying without life insurance. People are dying uncovered. And here's the truth: we're having 2 deaths. You're having to grieve the death of the person, and then you're having to grieve the death of the income. And so that's double sad, y'all. That's just the truth. So not only are you sad that the person is gone, we just gonna say it how it is. You're sad that you're broke. So they're gone, and I have to figure out how to do this by myself. I have to figure out how to take care of these kids. I have to figure out how to take care of the house. I have to figure out how to take care of the car. Or whatever it is that y'all were paying, that y'all were doing. Even if it's you by yourself. You know, I can hear people like, well, I don't have a spouse. I don't have kids. I don't have grandkids. Well, good for you. But even with that, if it's just you, you want somebody to be able to take care of your arrangements. You want somebody to take care of the things and people that you leave behind.
Absolutely. And you know, you have a lot of debt, man. You're in the business. You got cars. You got car notes.
That's right.
You got a house. You got a lifestyle. You love that woman.
Old people.
You love that man. Put some coverage on you.
That's right.
So
they can
continue to live off of what y'all built together.
That's it. You don't want to leave them stuck where they have to go out and literally create a whole new lifestyle, or we say it jokingly, but have to get in another relationship, not because of love, but because I'm used to 2 incomes. Now there's not 2 incomes, so I have to go find somebody else. It's like losing a job. What would you do? You would replace it. I mean, most of us can't replace our spouse of 10, 20, 15 years, but income is income. Hey, if I got to bring Bob or Lucy to the funeral because I don't have it and they do, I said Bob or Lucy. It's a man or a woman.
Whoever it is.
Whoever you are, pick a person. There you go. My point is, it can be rough, and you don't want to be stuck. Yeah, it's sad when you cannot grieve because you have to beg. I'm just going to say it how it goes. It's sad when you cannot grieve because you have to beg. Why? Because you didn't make it a responsibility of yours to handle your business while you were alive. It just, GoFundMe is not life insurance.
That's not life insurance.
Passing a hat is not life insurance. And most of us, we don't raise enough. And if we do, we raise just enough to have a funeral and get you in the ground, and then once that's over,
life is crazy.
You back to the basics. And so,
and then here's another point, contestant.
Come on.
If you are an adult,
okay,
and your parent is living,
right,
and they're not definitely ill or haven't had a heart attack or stroke or that kind of stuff,
absolutely,
you need to put some coverage on them,
right?
Because if you, like me, I'm an only child. I am going to have to be responsible,
right,
for my mother.
I mean, if your parents are married, of course, they'll call the spouse. But a lot of us, if you have single moms and single dads, they're not married, and you are the next of kin are the children. And so here's what you should understand: that call is coming to you, and you're probably thinking, "Wait a minute, how did this become my responsibility?"
I'm sorry. I make you lose your whole train of thought. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
At any rate, get life insurance, get covered.
Take care of your business.
Take care of your family so your family won't have to take care of you. If you take care of your family in life, it will be imperative that you take care of them in death. And so how you do anything is how you do everything. If you have children, if you have grandchildren, parents out there, you know, my kids are grown now. Yeah, they are. But if something happens to them and they don't have a spouse, guess who they're going to call? They're going to call the parents. So,
and I know I was wild from 18 to about 25. I put a lot of coverage on my kids. You crazy. What you doing? No, stuff happens.
Right.
And we invested a lot of money in them kids, man. And we want to be able to take care of them properly.
Right.
And live properly.
Right.
You know, think about all the money you done spent to get these kids grown.
Absolutely.
And you still dumping more on them since they grown.
Kids are a great big investment.
Yeah, so you invest in them. You want to protect your investment. You don't wish nothing on them. But if something happens, I want to be able to grieve my daughter.
Absolutely.
If she passed away, I want to cry as long as I want to cry.
That's right.
Because I'm going to cry hard.
And
my
most
boys,
of us are
I'm
not
gonna cry
able to grieve because we have to go back to work on Monday.
Yeah, you got to go back to work. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And then, like I said, get something on your parents because you don't know what's going to happen to them.
Your siblings. There's a lot, you know, when I talk to, like me and my sister, shout out to Dee Dee, but it's only one of us. It's only, you know, one of the others. So if you have brothers, if you have sisters, if you have siblings, nieces, nephews, y'all, these are the conversations that we need to have with our families. If something happened to you, who do you want to get to your children? Do you want your children to go with their father? Do you want your children to go with your grandmother? You will be surprised how many people don't want their kids and children to go with certain people. I'm just going to say it out loud. So these are conversations that we need to have. Do you have in life insurance? If so, how much do you have? What orders do you have? What affairs do you have in order? These are the things that we need to talk about with our families, with our kids, with our grandkids, with our siblings, and find out, y'all, because here's the truth. Once they pass away, it's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late. Know where things are if they do have life insurance. Mama, where do you keep your important papers? Daddy, where do you keep your important papers? Like me, if something happens to me, Kyla knows where my policy is and who to call and what to do. These are the conversations that we need to have with our children.
And if you die for me, she'll call me.
She knows who to call. That for one thing, call Pastor. The rest is done. She already know that.
Yeah.
My mama, my sister, like everybody knows what to do and who to call. I have my folder. I have my insurance. This amount is set up. I have this. They know.
It's you.
I mean, you have to do
Handle your business.
You don't know. And I'm not ready or nothing, but hey, he might come back for me.
And then when
He might go on, spin the block and come get you, girl.
And then here's the deal: you need to specify.
Okay.
Who you want to have your stuff.
Specify who you want to have your kids and your things.
If it's not written out, it's going to probate.
I watch so many families fight over stuff, y'all. Over stuff.
It takes 3 to 4 years. You don't have a formal will, write out on a piece of paper.
Yes.
Have it signed and get it notarized. That serves as a will.
Yes, right. Even if you just write it and notarize it and put your signature, that goes so far than nothing. I have seen whole families destroyed over a dress and a TV, over the bed, over the shoes, over the who gonna get this. Well, she had a car, so who gonna drive it? Y'all talk about this stuff with your family.
Think about what you got sitting in your driveway.
Right.
You got 4, 5 cars. They're all nice. You don't leave it to your girlfriend. You don't put it in writing. Family gonna get that woman or that man hell trying to get that stuff.
Absolutely.
Because I see it every time when someone died at the house, the man or the woman is not even in the car yet going to the funeral home before people come trying to take stuff out.
Oh, it is ridiculous.
People come start demanding stuff from people, and the people are still warm. They're just not breathing. They're dead, but they're still warm. They haven't even metamorphosis haven't even set.
That's it, y'all. Talk to y'all people. Talk to your people. Talk to your people. And only if you've never been in it, then you probably don't have any idea what it is that I'm speaking of. But y'all, a lot of us are in families or have been around when a member of the family passed away, and it just got downright ugly. When you are left without insurance, you leave your family to figure it out. That's just the truth of the matter. You leave your family to figure it out for you. You leave your children to figure it out for you. You leave your parents to figure it out for you. And so if you love your family, figure it out while you're here. Leave them covered. Back to the beginning of covered. This is what covering your family means. And so if you care about your family, cover them, get life insurance, have the important conversations, ask the hard questions, find out how much you need, start somewhere.
Call us.
Please, that would be a great place to start.
And we can
hit us up for a free quote
and
today.
We can walk you through that.
We can answer questions, and I get it. You don't know everything. Maybe you don't know what to do or where to go. But this is why you bring up these conversations, and you have these conversations, and you find out this information. So, in the event of your demise, everybody is good.
So, with that being said, we want you to be
covered.
I'm your host, Pastor Keenan Tennyson, co-host, Tessa Childs.
What up, though? Y'all get covered, get some life insurance today. Hit us up for a free quote. Ask questions. Talk to your people. You said metamorphosis, and you said rigor mortis.
Jesus Christ is my blessing. He came in to give me his blood.
When they get hard and stiff. That's my G.O.D. Yeah, he held me down.
Covered.
Get covered, y'all.
Get some blessings, favor from above. Because my life is covered by the blood. Jesus Christ, my Savior, one up for the Lord.
Thank y'all for joining us. Hit like, hit tag, hit share.
Did he get you up?
Yeah.
How could you just sit there, get up out that rug? Get that breath through, get them blessings.
got it.
Don't add no twist, no pulling. This ain't bopping. This ain't bopping, bopping.
Get life insurance, y'all. Talk to your people.
Hit us up, 214-335-6784. 214-881-0077. Dial them.
All right, y'all.
On text, keeping us in touch. 33777.
Join us next Monday.
Cover.
Same back time, same back channel, same back place. Hey, get covered, get covered. Hey.
Jesus Christ, my Savior, wanna follow Lord. Wake up in the prison, thank you to my God. About to get some blessings, favor from above. Because my life ain't covered by the blood. Yeah. Jesus Christ, my Savior, wanna follow Lord. Wake up in God's presence, thank you to my God. About to get some
Good night, Devin Lee Train.
Good night, fam.
Good night, everybody. I'm
See
gonna
y'all next Monday. I'll holla. Get covered. Get you some life insurance today. Hit me up for a free quote.